The time's here. Haunting Adeline, cat and mouse duet. I got Matt doing his homework on it as well. We're about halfway through. He's cheating using the audiobook, so he's getting some very sultry tones.
I think it's worse for me.
Yeah, it probably is. But I've been reading it the old-fashioned way, old natural, the way the Lord intended, the way Book Talk preaches.
Yep. 31-year-old man reads books the old-fashioned way.
Goddamn right. It is revolting. You said it best. If a man wrote that book, he would be in jail.
I would push for him to be in prison. He would deserve it.
It is unbelievable. So, before diving into the spaghetti and the meatballs, I think the most important thing to mention, this book flips between the victim and the stalker.
The manipulator
and the shadow. Yep. The shadow is...
Wait, real fast. Is this spoiler free or no?
No.
All right, spoilers out the wazoo. We're just going to talk about the whole fucking book. All right, go ahead. Sorry.
Well, up until where we are right now, which is 250-ish pages in. The stalker is an elite hacker and pedophile hunter / human trafficker dismantler.
Yep.
And I even highlighted this. One of his core character traits that he openly expresses numerous times is how he wants to end human trafficking and the suffering of children and women at the hands of monsters. But he is also himself a rapist.
Well, that's what you're missing, is the beautiful juxtaposition that she's showing, the duality of man.
Yeah.
So, to go even further back, there's a woman, Adeline, that he's stalking and, like Charlie said, raping.
Yep.
Like, he's just sexually assaulting her throughout the book.
Yep, numerous times.
And the book flips between their two perspectives. His are, like, Mission Impossible, like, fucking MacGuber mission. They're the worst. Like, always talking about he's the best hacker in the world. There's 12 guys up against him. It's not going to be a fair fight for the 12 guys. Like, that kind of bullshit. And it doesn't make sense to me.
It doesn't, but here, I found where I highlighted. In Chapter 12, the Shadow says, "This is where I make a difference in the world, where I find women and children who need saving while also witnessing the torture those sick individuals put them through." So he views the torture of women and children as sickening. There's numerous mentions about how he can't sleep, and he sees the world as so depraved because of what people are doing to women and children, and he is literally doing the same things to a woman.
Yeah. And I really... That is part of the book, because I'm on the audiobook and I have to listen to it on increased speed so I can get through it. I'm a little further, and there's just a few other parts, like, even more so, where they kind of really... They do the goofy movie scrunching of the map, where there's kind of this jump where, like, throughout a lot of it, she is like, fuck this guy. Like, this is my stalker. This is my sexual assaulter. And then it's just kind of like, okay, like, she's still mad, but, like, he's kind of cool, I guess.
So that's where I'm at right now. They portray him as a positive raper.
Yeah.
Like they talk about, well, the author mentions, like, how striking he is, and, like, how all of, like, the sexual assault is, like, so, like, enrapturing to her. I don't even know if that's a word. Like, it inebriates in her. I'm using nonsense words
because she does too.
Exactly. Like, it's unbelievable that she is portraying a raper as, like, a sympathetic character and, like, hot.
The way she also really tries to almost, like, spin this web that it's... the author never comes out and is like, this is good that he's done this. But it's almost painted that he's being nice because he has yet to do anything to her at one point. Like, all of the pleasure is given to Adeline. Given to in big fat quotes because it's sexual assault.
Yeah, so I think an important thing to mention is, like, I know rape fantasy books are something kind of popular, I guess.
Like dark erotica.
This is super different, though, because she is constantly sobbing. Like, as he is assaulting her, she is crying, she is in pain, she is numerous mentions of how desperately she wants him to leave. And then when it's all said and done, she's like, yeah, it's like, kind of okay.
Right,
she is like... I got to the most recent one.
Oh God.
He
Which one was it?
He fucked her with the gun.
Yeah, that one. I read that in the reviews before we started the book. I didn't want to spoil it for you.
Yeah.
And I got to that and I was like, who even put this on paper?
Yeah.
Like, why?
So here, I actually highlighted a lot from the scene here.
Oh,
There's a lot here. So his big thing is he's punishing her because she was with another man at one point, whom he of course murdered.
And cut his hands off and mailed them to her.
That's right, and sent her his severed hands. So now he's fully confronting her after so long of stalking and torturing her, like psychologically breaking into her house numerous times. As much as I hate to say this to you, I'm no stranger to a woman's pussy and what it feels like when it weeps for me. Yeah, that's the writing style here of Haunting Adeline. I curl my lip in disgust. Last time I checked, most girls weep because they're upset. Take a hint. Little mouse, that's exactly what I'm doing. And then he forcefully undresses her. And then, as he's like moving her thong to the side, he points a gun at my face. I recoil, pinching my eyes shut, letting loose a startled yelp. Relax. I just want you to suck on it. So he puts the gun in her mouth.
I hate it.
It's so bad. He puts the gun in her mouth and says, "Suck," he orders, his tone deepening with finality. Closing my eyes against more tears, I open my mouth and let him guide the gun between my teeth. "Such a good girl," he says, pulling the dripping gun out, a trail of saliva following until it snaps. And then it continues with that. And then he circles my entrance with the tip of the gun, the metal slipping against my skin. Oh God, please don't. This time my words are cut off from him dipping the gun past my folds. Just the tip, but enough to close my throat, only allowing a startled squeak to escape. He laughs cruelly. You even sound like a mouse. And now, skipping ahead here.
This reminds me, by the way, of like when we were in high school and you had to go around the class and read the book out loud.
Oh no, I know.
Very similar.
Same kind of books. I can feel how tight your pussy is. The way it grips onto my gun when I slide it out. So fucking pretty. And then he goes on, violating her, assaulting her with a gun in her vagina.
And she tears up and cries.
She cries,
and
yep.
Like, there are parts where you get a peek into her thoughts, where she's like, why am I enjoying some of this? And it's like, that is, I'm not going to say that's okay, like I'm glad it's in the book. That part of her character I understand. The part I don't is the way he is written in, like you said, we don't need to be like, oh, there's a glimpse of moonlight and I see how fucking striking his jaw is and damn, his chest just emanates masculinity. And you're like, what?
Yeah, it's excessive. So this scene of him raping her with the gun goes on for a while. I look up through half-lidded eyes, still jerking from little shocks when he lifts the gun and swallows the barrel. It feels like an out-of-body experience as I watch him lick the weapon clean and put it back in his jeans. My body is full of rage, humiliation, and shame.
Yeah, so...
And then she talks about how positive it is.
Somebody brought this scene up to me the other day, and I guess there's a debate, which I'm going to end the debate right here for you. The debate is, they were like, oh, did you get to, and I said the gun rape scene, and they were like, well, people debate whether or not it's rape because she enjoyed it. And I was like, no.
Oh my God!
There was zero consent.
Oh my God!
That should not be debated. Even if the female character, if Adeline was like, that's the best thing I've ever felt in my life, rape. It is still rape.
There's even a strict mention, I don't know if I highlighted it, like, where she says, I've never been so debased, my consent meant nothing to him at all.
Yep.
Like, she mentions multiple times how she does not consent to any of it at all, doesn't want any of it at all.
I really don't, like... Yeah. And the person I was talking to was not arguing that it wasn't. They were just saying there is debating going on about it. And I was like, no, there's zero consent in this portion of the book, or any portion of the book.
So far, yeah.
And this is the thing about the book, where, like, we're just doing full spoilers. It starts with he's literally breaking into the house and leaving roses around the house.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he is torturing this woman mentally and then physically. And the part I'm at is she now finds out, like, this may be a spoiler for you, I don't know how far you read. She finds out what he does, like, for a living.
I haven't got to that yet.
And there's, the way it's written is she's like, oh my god, like, my heart flutters. Like, this man, he's so good in the world. And I'm like, what? Like, this is crazy. I don't know. I understand. I'm not kink shaming. I'm shaming this book. If you like dark fantasy, dark romance, all of that, that's one thing. But a lot of the comments I saw were like, hey, if this is your first foray into dark romance, do not let this mar the genre for you, because that's not what it is.
I haven't read dark romance, full disclosure. I'm not fully familiar with it, but this doesn't feel like dark romance. You said it best. She writes this guy like an incel would. Like, he is legitimately a depraved individual that somehow, through, I guess, tons and tons of, like, sexual assault and conditioning, makes her love him, is the direction it seems to be going.
End with her loving him.
That's how it feels. That's exactly how it feels. And they set up this thing, I guess we're so deep already, but, like, the story is about Adeline. She is a writer. And she does a book signing where this guy, who is a hacker, fighter, combatant, action movie star, alien, monster man, whatever, he happens to stumble across the book signing and immediately falls in love, becomes obsessed, and decides right then and there he will stalk and force her to love him. By any means necessary. Yeah. By any means necessary, he explicitly says, I will force her to love me. And force myself upon her. He even says multiple times that he's considered kidnapping her.
Yep.
So it's like it happens instantly. That doesn't feel like dark romance. There's nothing romantic about it. He is legitimately a psychopath. So to give you an idea of some of, like, the action writing, I highlighted a lot. His first, it's chapter 2 where you get to experience the shadow. His name is Z. So you can see the level of thought put into this.
Well, the crazy thing is, his name is Z, and his organization's name, Z.
Yep.
Like, his hacking group is Z, and he's Z.
So here's his first mission that we get to learn about in chapter 2. So right now he's breaking into, like, a child sex trafficking ring to kill all the people. I'd already cut off one of his ears, along with ripping off 10 of his fingernails, severed both Achilles' heels, a couple of stab wounds in specific locations that won't allow the fucker to bleed out too quickly, and too many broken bones to count. Dickhead won't be getting up and walking out of here, that's for damn sure. Less crying, more talking, I bark, scraping the tip of the knife against his still closed eyelids. And like, that's how she writes all of the action, and then... did I highlight the one where he's like, there was only 10 guys. They must have really thought I was weak.
Yeah, so when you first told me that, you were telling me and Danny about that scene, and I was like, all right, you're exaggerating, because you were telling us about how, like, his fucking aunt or something works there.
Oh, yeah,
which
comes up.
Never comes up again. He's just like, my aunt, who I taught to be an elite hacker, never brought her up again. But he's like... telling her to make sure the kids don't, or the girls don't step in the blood of the 12 guys he just murdered. I really thought you were exaggerating. But he just, like...
It's literal.
It's like... He yells at her about... He's like, it's more than just a few drops on her foot. Like, if you do it, like, he threatens her. It's like the weirdest, most incel shit of what an incel would think is cool.
It's so fucking bad. I spare it a single glance before moving on. I don't care about fiction books. I only read the ones that are going to teach me something particularly about computer science and hacking. By now, there's nothing those books can teach me anymore. I've mastered, then surpassed it. This is when he goes to, like, Adeline's book signing. He's like, why am I even here? I don't even fucking read books. I know every book that's ever been written now.
He always refers to her, too, I think he does it in this scene, as her voice sounds like it was made for porn.
Yep. Fuck, her voice is pure smoke, the kind you only hear in porn videos.
There you go. It's the most incel shit. I cannot believe, once again, that it was written by a woman.
Yeah.
Because of how the man is written.
It is very surprising, yeah.
It's the weirdest. You said this yesterday, where, like, I'll go on a different tangent about the writing in a minute, but you said yesterday where you can kind of see the author's thought process where she gets stuck in these thoughts. Like, there's one chapter where Z mentions his Mustang 6 times. He's like, and I'm going back to my Mustang, which is like, and he's over and over, Mustang, Mustang, Mustang. I have not heard it once since that chapter. Never referred to his Mustang since that one chapter. It's like these little pitfalls of writing where she can't get off of this thought and then forgets it forever.
Nice.
It's so strange.
That's cool.
This is really weird, but I was actually talking to my dad about this book.
Nice.
Because he brought up he gets ads for the ACOTAR series all the time. And I was just saying, like, this book's writing is, if you and I were sat down, I'd say sophomore year in high school, and our teacher was like, write something really good. And we're like, we've got to show we know how to write. That's what this feels like, where you're like, similes, metaphors, look at this deep thought. Yeah.
Counterpoint, none of it's deep. It's all very surface level.
Yes.
So, like, it feels like it's so juvenile with, like, its similes and metaphors.
Yep.
And it doesn't really use them for anything other than, like, man, and I thought to myself, this sucks harder than me on a nice pair of boobies, and man, do I fucking suckle those titties.
It really, especially the shadow. That is almost
that is literally like how he is written.
Yep. I told you the line yesterday that made me want to die. Where he is having his way with Adeline, and he finally reveals his name to her, his full name. I won't spoil that. I'll let you guys get to that one.
Yeah.
And he says, from now on, because she likes to mess with him and call him Kitty Cat, because he calls her Little Mouse. Also hurts my heart.
I got to that too. Oh.
Yeah, and he says, from now on, this is the only name you'll utter when referring to me. Unless my cock is in you, you'll call me God.
Ooh.
And I told Charlie I'm on the audiobook, so it's a deep-ass voice reading this to me. I'm lifting in my garage, and I literally just went, yeah, like, gross. I can't believe somebody had that thought. And, like, I think a lot of smut in erotica is always going to come off cringy.
Yeah, it definitely.
Because you've got to write words like cock and stuff.
Yeah.
But, like, that one just, even now I'm, like, squirming.
Another thing I want to mention in regards to her writing being so, like, almost embarrassingly simple. So, another action scene with him. So, he's infiltrating another group looking to save their prisoners. Their mistake was relying on their limited eyesight for intruders. My ability to hide in the shadows is what ultimately got them killed. Should have had night vision goggles like me. Maybe then I would have had a bit of entertainment. I lick my lips. Be careful, Z, says my right-hand man, Jay. His hacking skills are nearly as good as mine.
My favorite line.
Yeah.
Because he's like, I taught him everything.
Yeah, and only because I was his teacher.
Says that shit about Jay 4 times.
Yeah, actually, he does say that so many fucking times. The action sequences, I cannot believe, are even in this book. Like, this should have just been cut.
Yeah. They're not necessary.
It is so fucking stupid. I couldn't be both a hacker and a mercenary, and what I really enjoy doing is being the one to put the bullet in their heads myself. So I created my org Z from the ground up, recruiting a team of hackers to help the mercenaries with their job, get into the rings, kill them all, and get the victims out safely. I station my mercenaries in high-rate trafficking areas and assign them their own team of hackers. Now Z has become so big that there are teams in every state and several outside of the country as well. So he's got the ultimate, and it's like Kiefer Sutherland in 24, like the CTU, but for hackers and, and mercenaries.
And he talks about at one point, because does he say there how many years ago he started Z?
He doesn't say here, but it's 5 years ago.
5 years, because when he says that, that is when he started spending time learning to hack.
Yeah.
And he's now the best in the world.
Not only that, he is not only the best in the world, he is an extraordinarily, unfathomably wealthy man.
Yes.
Because every company in the world has been hiring him to hack their competitors.
Yes, because he uses that money to fund
Yep.
Z. And he's always like, I've got this illegal fucking ray tracing GPS technology that cost 2.8 million that I, shouldn't have, but I stole from the government or something like that. Yeah. Over and over, he's talking about his safe room in his house or whatever, and how it's worth $7 million. Like, it's that incel shit. So, like, it's so crazy.
God, reading these action scenes. It's not hard, though. These assholes bring out the worst in me. Overrode the cameras. You have 1 hour before the system resets and I'm kicked out. I only need 10 minutes.
Oh. And, like, I also want to clarify, when I'm shitting on the writing, I am not saying we could write better, but I'm
saying we could write better.
Actually, we could absolutely
I'm saying
write
we
better.
could write
better.
better.
One of the really low-hanging fruit points I was making, let me see it real quick, because I think it was in, like, the first couple pages. It's when she's looking at the house.
About the shadows crawling up the walls.
Yeah, she just
and everything is crawling.
Oh, I swear it's right here. Yeah, she uses the same, I think, simile like 3 times in a row about things crawling up the walls, and it's like within 6 sentences. And it was within the first few pages. And I was just like, oh, God. I'm like, that's what we're in for.
Yeah.
All right, maybe I can't find it. But
she does that a lot. There's probably plenty of examples.
Between this book and The Way of Kings, the Brandon Sanderson novel from the Stormlight Archive, which is now touted as like one of the best fantasy series ever written in history. And the juxtaposition between those 2 books is unreal. He tells a better story in his prologue than the 400 pages I've read of this. It's crazy what good writing can do.
Yeah. Well, but then you have incredible stuff like this. Right as I ready up again, one guy comes barreling around the corner. He's dead before he even spots me. Nice little hole between his brows. He was an ugly motherfucker anyway. World would do just fine without him. Before his body can topple over, I grip him by the collar of his shirt and bring him in close, wincing at the bad breath emanating from the rotting hole in his face. I step out of the hallway, using the dead man as a shield against the flying bullets still hurtling my way. The dead body takes a few hits while I fire off 2 single shots. 2 more bodies go down, and I step back inside the hallway, pushing away the bloodied man who's now riddled with bullets.
And he explains, I remember this, and I'm like, this is so weird, because I don't know if this is true or not, and if it's not, I'm like, should just put the weirdest bit in here of, he talks about bullets go through bodies, so he doesn't like to use bodies as shields much.
That's right here.
Yeah, I was like, wait, is that true?
I don't use other people for shields unless I have to, and it's only for a few seconds. A chorus of noises arise in the warehouse in the form of terrified screams from the girls, shouts of panic from the men, orders to kill the puta.
Oh, this one, I meant to tell you, it gets a little dicey in the audiobook because they put voices on.
I
didn't hear it right the first time, so I rewinded, and he very clearly, when he says like puta or gringo, he does like your stereotypical accent, and I was
no.
Is that okay?
Yeah, because there's a few mentions of here like where it does that, where it flips to like what he's hearing.
Yep.
Oh man, that's
that's
good.
fair. What the guy is reading is supposed to be the character. Yeah, that's fair.
I bet that's still fucking weird.
Should I show them what the voices sound like?
Yeah, pull up the voices. I'm gonna find some more incredible stuff.
Let's see.
Here, I'll go ahead and give you the end of the action sequence. The bullet rips through their brains in such quick succession that their bodies drop at the same time. He basically, to cue you in, he basically Red Dead Redemption, or Red Dead 2 like dead eyes on him. So he just drops all of them like a fucking McCree alt. And then he says, "You see that?" I ask aloud, already knowing Jay is watching through the cameras. "Fuck. It only took you 8 minutes." Jay groans through his earpiece. $500, fucker, is my smug answer. A string of curses leave his mouth, but I tune him out. It's so... Oh, and here, this is what I was talking about that you didn't believe me.
Yep.
Jay, have Ruby make a pathway for these girls. Ruby is one member of the crew who comes in explicitly assigned to handle the survivors and get them to safety. She's a redhead spitfire, but turns to mush when she's around any women or children we save. A pathway? Yeah, I don't want a drop of blood on their toes. But one of them gets blood on their toes.
And he's pissed.
And he fucking has a conniption.
Pissed.
And then also, I love at the very end here, after he saves all these girls, talks about their trauma and how much it means to him to, like, get them as much help as possible. He then ends all of this after this mission saying, my hunt isn't over yet. I have to play with my little mouse now. So he literally goes from saving all of these girls to then stalking and torturing a woman of his own.
That jump happens all the... And, like, I think a lot of people... If they're defending this book, I don't know why you do, but if you're defending this book, I think a lot of people will be like, that's the point. And my point is it's shit. Like, I think people are like, oh, they're showing the juxtaposition, between his good side and dark side. And I'm like, no, it's just terribly hypocritical.
It is. Like, it's not showing like a dichotomy. It's showing that this guy is truly unhinged and is raping a woman until she becomes like okay with it.
Yeah, and it's like at one point he tells her, did you get to this where he's like, oh, you want me to lie to you and take you on dates?
Oh, I just got to that section.
And like his whole point is that he's actually being a good guy by showing her his true side. And she even starts to be like, yeah, would I like him if he, wooed me and took me on dates? And I'm just like, what? Like he's sexually assaulting you and breaking into your house. Like, stop.
Oh, Jesus.
Here, I'll play the voices. I don't know what this is in, but
luckily it's something that allows me, my employees, and it.
Here, wait. Let me rewind out of that.
What do you even do for a living?
Oh, I don't want to spoil stuff.
Car's black.
No, it's fine.
That was on my terms, not his. Sniffing, I wipe my mouth and thank God that I wore the lipstick that will take a bucket of oil to even smudge. I stand and wipe the underside of my eyes, clearing them of mascara and eyeliner while he tucks himself back in and slides his belt back around his waist.
It's so sensual.
And then I straighten out my dress, slip the rose grin on his face, slams shut, and the smell of Zaid envelops me. Laptop?
I just
charged.
gave his name away.
The sexual like with for a living, he explained, lighting his work.
Sorry.
I say
sacrifice of some sort. Someone recorded and leaked a video of it happening, and another one just.
His is so like deep and sultry that it makes me really uncomfortable.
That guy probably does anime voice acting.
He does this in Goku. He's got right.
Well, he sounds like Light Yagami or something about the monologue. Everything the few ones you've shown me from his voice sound like that.
Yeah.
Also, just another example of, like, the level of writing. She's at a club and meets a guy. And your name? I'm Archibald Talvara III. He becomes a pretty core character because Z has been spying on her. Even in this club, he's taken control of the cameras. He's hacked into the cameras at the club. Gets upset, so he sends her a text message. Sneaking off with a random man, little mouse. If I catch his hands anywhere near you, they'll end up in your mailbox by morning. Which they did. But it turns out, he didn't just murder an innocent guy. Archibald Talvara is a crime guy.
Of course.
He's a big crime guy. It was a good thing.
Kills his whole family, too.
And, killed his entire family.
Yep.
Because he, in his words, encroached on his girl, his property. And, he didn't like that.
The other character who is really starting to piss me off, in the beginning, she seemed okay, is Daya.
Yeah.
Which is Adeline's best friend. Part of Z. She's an elite hacker for Z. It all connects.
Every character in this fucking book is an elite hacker.
Everyone.
Literally, there is not a character that hasn't been introduced.
They're either an elite hacker or a pedophile. That is it. That is all who exists. And Daya in the beginning is like, yo, you're fucking crazy. You need to get out of that house. You need to come stay with me. And like seems
level-headed.
Right.
Yeah.
And then slowly is kind of like, did you have sex with him? Like, girl? And I'm like, dude. She's telling you she was sexually assaulted, and you're like, what?
That's fucking. But like, what did he look like though?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, what was he like? Was he good looking?
And it's like, it really made me mad because I thought that was the one character who was level-headed.
Yeah, there is no level. The only character that is even almost sane is the fucking police officer who she happens to know, who has played no role in this book so far, by the way. But like after it's clear like he hacked the police to get rid of the records of the stalker, she tells one of the police officers who she like knows really well. He's like, "Oh yeah, this sounds like really serious. I'm gonna be like very vigilant about this now that I know you have a stalker." He was the only one that's somewhat sane.
And then you never see him again.
He has not come back since.
I'm starting to realize the beginning of the book opens with her talking to her mom. I've not heard about her mom once since.
That's true, yeah.
It's same with the aunt. His aunt shows up, doesn't come back. Like, that's that, like, random... I had this thought, bloop, it's gone.
We still have half a book left, so it's possible they make, like, the Avengers assemble with his aunt.
He was his mom the whole time.
Yeah. Well, here's what I think is going to happen. So one thing we haven't mentioned is they have this side plot line going on where she's exploring this house. It's her Nana's house.
Yep.
And her Nana's mother, her grandmother, was murdered there by a stalker that she fell in love with. Mm-hmm. So it's supposed to show, like, a parallel where Adeline has a relative that had a stalker, much like hers, that eventually led to her death. Yep. And she's assuming the stalkers who killed her, but she doesn't know for sure, so she's piecing together that mystery as well. What I think is going to be the case is Z is somehow related to that in some way.
Yeah. It's like his great-grandfather. Yeah. You just reminded me of something. Speaking of things coming in and disappearing. There are ghosts.
Oh yeah, and there's ghosts.
But not for long. There's a couple chapters.
Yeah,
like
it
starts
ghosts.
by being like she'll walk through the house and can see her breath. And then Z breaks into the house, can see his breath in a certain spot. They both spot an actual apparition.
A real ghost, yeah. It's not like metaphorical ghosts in the house.
See it.
A real ghost. The one that she saw most recently was she believes to be her grandmother Gigi, who led her to the attic, which led her to like this note that was ripped out of her diary. Which, oh my god, I highlighted this because it's so fucking cliche and tropey. Like whoever edits this book really needs to.
I don't know how this passed editing.
Yeah, it's so shockingly bad because like this is something you'd see out of like Hey Arnold as like a throwaway thing.
This is the one that cuts off.
Yep, the note that cuts off. Where is it? I think it was the previous chapter. Yeah. It's just a lot of like I want to devour you and shit that I've highlighted here because it made me feel gross.
Cringe. You did make me realize though, we haven't heard about the ghosts in a while.
Yeah.
Like that seemed like it was appearing in every chapter. Like I thought maybe the ghosts would fight Z or something, and then they just didn't come back.
God, where is it?
I like this in the book, though, that they put actual notes at the end. That's cute.
It is cute. They do this thing at the end of the chapters where they put these notes from Gigi. Jesus Christ. Where is this section? It's crazy how things get lost. Like shadows crawling up the wall. It wasn't that long ago. Anyway, she finds a note and it literally does the classic, if I die, here's who did it. His name is...
It cuts off and was ripped out of the journal.
Yeah, and I hate that the writer thinks that she's doing a wink, wink, nod, nod, because the line that followed was, "Are you kidding me, Mima? Come on, Gigi, really? What is this, some kind of horror book?" I hate that shit so much.
I do too.
Like, you call out the trope while actively using it as a crucial component of your plot. Like, please, God. Oh, here. Found it. "I have to be quick. He said he's on his way and I'm terrified. If I run, he'll catch me, so I'm writing this note down in hopes someone will find it. If something happens to me, John, The note ends there, not even finishing the last word. My mouth drops open in shock as I stare down at it in utter disbelief. Are you fucking kidding me, Gigi? You leave it off there? That's what you wanted to show me? And a note where you're about to say, who, but don't? I finish my rant out loud. Oh, and another thing I hate about this fucking book, multiple times where she's making a bad decision, the writer calls out how stupid she is for it, and it's like, oh dear God.
God. Yes.
Hey, God. When you, like, reincarnate me next time, can you, like, make me not so stupid? And she puts this in the book.
Yep.
It's like, God, why did you make me this way? God, I'm making another bad decision and you're making me do it.
That was like 4 chapters in a row. She said it over and over and over. There's so many things that happen so many times, like, almost like, oh, haha, quirky. Like, she's always reaching over and stealing Daya's drink to drink it in, like, 6 chapters in a row. Like, there's just little things where I'm like, we get it. Like, we've heard this. But yeah, that one really started to drive me nuts. But once again, hasn't happened in the last 8 chapters. So.
Oh, I mean, it's just little lines here and there.
Yeah.
It happens so much.
Oh yeah, there's
God,
so
why
many
did you
of
make
them.
me this way?
Oh.
Can you make me this way next time, please?
And I am totally okay. I want to get this out in the open. You can think God or the gods or whatever the hell you want. Female, male, little bunnies, I do not care. But it is such a big point in those moments where she's talking to God, where she has to be like, the female God. And I'm like, you can just say God, I don't care.
That's true. And almost all of the... I wish I had wrote down or underlined one of the examples. It always goes like, God, why did you make me this way? I'm making a bad decision again. You made me really stupid. And it's like, there's God again. She's playing her tricks on my making.
Which is...
yeah, you're right, every
made
time.
in like a feminist point, which is the thing I hate, because I'm like, your book is about a woman having all power taken from her and being sexually assaulted while making this feminist point, which, once again, maybe it's a fucking great writing trope that's going over my head.
It doesn't feel like it's some kind of empowering spin on it. It is numerous times explaining how weak, debased, dehumanized she feels and how much she hates it, and she's crying during it.
Ugh.
But then at the very end of all of this, she's like, and I know, Lord help me, can't help but love it.
Yep.
And it's like, come on, like that's ridiculous.
Exactly. It's really bad.
Yep, can't wait to finish it.
Honestly, though, when we've talked about it, we just shit on it. How long is this video right now?
36 minutes.
36, and I could keep going.
Yeah,
that's the thing where
there's a lot.
Legitimately, I am excited to keep reading because it's bad. Like it
is bad.
It's like a train wreck where you can't look away, and I just want more.
Oh, it has 804,000 reviews.
Holy
actually, almost
shit.
1 million.
This can be a kink for people and a fantasy for people. I just absolutely hate how it is portrayed in this book. Like, I've not read 50 Shades of Grey. I've also heard that book is terribly written.
Yeah.
But isn't the whole thing in that, like, it's consensual non-consent?
Yeah, like, I've seen the movies. In the movies, she is, like, wanting to do it.
Right.
But it, like, simulates, like, like there's an understanding between them where she has, like, a safe word.
Yeah.
She can stop it. Adeline can't.
This is
she has
just
no
sexual assault.
Yeah, it is purely sexual assault. It's not, like, it is... I feel like it is so different from, like, that actual kink.
Yeah.
Alright, so after reading the reviews, I've come to the conclusion maybe this is just not a book written for us.
You may just be wrong.
Maybe there are tons of people who love the sexual assault and the depravity of it. Some people said it wasn't enough. Which is...
So, alright.
I don't get it.
I'm going to try to play devil's advocate to us for a second. If you're into this, reading it is a very safe way to experience your kink, I guess.
I suppose?
I don't understand how 800,000 reviews means millions upon millions of copies sold.
Right.
I can't imagine so many people have a straight up non-consensual rape kink.
Well, with a complete stranger.
Yeah.
Not only a stranger, a stalker who is literally torturing and ruining your life.
Yeah. Maybe we're wrong.
Maybe.
You should cut this part of the video and put it at the beginning.
Yeah.
Of maybe this book just isn't for us.
Maybe that's the takeaway, I guess.
So if you really if this is at the beginning now and you really like this book, maybe don't watch more because it's about to get shit on. The one thing I will say is, regardless of the content, the writing is
it's terrible.
It's so
truly
bad.
horribly
I
written
think
book.
juvenile is a great word for it.
Yeah.
It's written like a high school English paper. It's bad.
Yeah.
Who just learned what similes are. Alright, well maybe we're just wrong.
I guess there is just that chance. I had a point I was gonna make, but I've lost it. I gotta find it.
Sorry, I cut you off.
No, it's like a shadow crawling in my brain.
Oh, the shadows in your brain?
Yeah, the shadows are in there. Oh, I remember. Yes. Do you think the reaction to this book would be the same if it was a man that wrote it.
I absolutely do not.
See, that's where I'm at. I think the reason this book has so many 5 stars is because a woman wrote it. But if you just change the author from a woman to a man, I think it is unanimously spit upon by the same community that loves it. That's my hot take.
Personally agree.
Because it is degrading. It is legitimately degrading, and they make it explicitly clear how miserable she is with this experience until she just loves it. I feel like if a man wrote that, most of these readers would find it to be like insulting,
like revolting.
Yeah, they would find it to be written by like a chauvinistic pig.
Yeah, because it is. That's how it reads.
It is exactly how it reads.
I truly think it would change everything. What are the chances? There's pictures of the author online and stuff. What are the chances it's a big facade and it's a male author using a pen name and a paid actress?
You might be blowing this wide open.
Ooh.
Shit.
Because I truly think the most shocking thing is that a woman wrote that male character.
It is pretty baffling.
That is the most incel basement dweller idealistic idea of a go macho man, like down to the he smells like leather and cigarettes kind of thing. It's like
I forgot about the leather.
Fucking Marlboro Camel. That was Camel's camel. He's the camel from the smoke ads going around doing depraved things.
Yeah, I think this book would not be as popular if it was a man that wrote it.
I agree completely.
All right, well, tune in next time when we finish this book.
Yeah, and I think for the next one we finish this book. That's the next video. After that, I think we do ACOTAR.
Yeah, I'm down for ACOTAR.
I think it'll be... I've heard people say the writing is still a little juvenile, but the story is much better. So, we'll see.
Okay, that sounds good.
Don't read this, bye.
I would... As far as our good reads go, not a good read.
Yeah, bad read.
Not a good read.
Bad read.
Would not recommend.